Well, hello. I got a little tune for you going to open up with. Hear the train a-comin', going round the bend. I'm seeing the sun shining, Lord knows when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, time just dragging on. Every time I hear that train whistle. Well, hello everybody. I'd like to thank you for showing up. I apologize that we didn't have a little better go with our Norco local politics. Truck Depot did not make it last Monday. High-ranking official says we don't need those $30,000 and $40,000 jobs here in Norco. Whatever. I don't know. There's an old saying where I come from, can't fight City Hall, so let them have it. And it don't matter to me. Because you know what? Tonight, action-packed show, paranormal, and I just want to get you guys up to speed with what that means. And let's see, 2012, and the 12th month, 21st day, mine calendar runs out. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to try to give you 4 or 5 things to look at and see what you think. And number 2 is the I Ching, and basically what that is in the paranormal and the occult, it's a cult type deal, and it's where you throw sticks, and it's an oracle basically, and it's been around for a long time. So check out that. I guess you can hear my Peregrine Falcon in the background. Again, that is an oracle, so it's kind of like your psychic ability, or it's connected to your psychic ability, and we're going to get to that a little further. The next fifth or third sign of the world coming to an end, you might say, is the geomagnetic reversal of the North and South Pole, which is basically if I took this cup and I turned it upside down, that would be a reversal, because the North and Pole are not going to be in the same place that they are right now. So what happened is, originally when the Earth was born, the North Pole was coming out of the side, and then it tilted up. So Alaska used to be on the equator, if you can believe that. And then it tilted up, and that's how we came about. So basically when that happened, the Earth was much smaller, okay, and a different color. It was more of a condensed of a yellow and red. Humans have only been on the planet for about, in a 24-hour clock, where the clock goes around twice, we've only been here for less than 5 minutes. So you could understand how all this is possible. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's enough. Thanks. And then the third or fourth example that they're given is the black hole alignment gravitational pull, which means that we're all going to get, you know, mixed up in the deal. And you know, when you think about it, all kinds of creatures have been born and become extinct. So you know, I'm going to get to the conclusion here, but these things do happen. Not impossible. And then the last thing is the web bot, which I find the most interesting thing. And basically, if I was going to sell this pick as a product, and I built a web page and I put it on there, it'd have a really hard time of people finding it. But if you take a link to this product that I'm selling, this guitar pick, on somebody else's website that's been there for years, then the web bots or spider bots that go around looking for stuff for Google will find that a lot easier, because this website has been established for a lot longer than the one that you're just building. In our conversations of how we talk in emails, how we blog, how we work on Twitter, Facebook, and it's being tracked by these web bots, because there's millions upon millions of people talking all around the world, and when they find this pattern, it's a little different, and they can, it's not really clear, but they can decode it, and they get, like, you know, a regular decoding, like, you know, the enemy, you know, learning what they're saying, and you could pretty much figure out what their next move's going to be. Well, it's based on psychic ability from people, a difference in languages that these web bots pick up, and they interpret it. there's been quite a few predictions that they've been pretty accurate with. One of them was the Japanese tsunami, and the other was the attack on World Trade Center. Whether or not you believe all that, that's just something you have to go with. I'm not saying one way or the other, but I do have my own opinion. I rely a little bit more on the science because it is attached to the human condition. And I'm going to just take a brief break here and get right back to you in just a second. So stay with me. You know, spider bots and I chink, what the hell? Shit. What's all that mean? Is going to the end of the world or not? You know? You know, what do? Just start stockpiling? You could. You could stockpile. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Get yourself an extra can of deodorant, some aspirin, gasoline, whatever. Pump up your bike tires. You know, practical stuff that you can survive on your own. Learn how to build a distillery, you know, for water, because you never know, that stuff might just work out. So organic gardening and water distill, and you know, inner tubes for your bicycle. It's kind of scary because they go from the Mayan calendar thing to hell, modern technology that we're all using. I'm using it right now, and I just want to say, it's one of the most fascinating things you could come across. We're all psychic. And what's interesting is when you listen to those guys, that's the funniest thing I ever heard in my entire life. They say that we're so used to seeing 30 frames per second, which is how this video is coming to you right now, that solid objects actually phase in and out of reality. So like this cup is not necessarily here. It's here, but it's not here. Because by the time I touch it again, it's already popped back into reality. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. And this, we're all psychic and give up off all this energy thing? Well, I don't know about that either. It could be just, you know, lucky guessing as far as I'm concerned. And that I cheat thing, well, you know, that's an oracle. And the Bible says don't do it, so, you know, you have to kind of look at all that Chinese stuff as fortune telling and devil work, basically. I mean, you know, could be. I tried it. You know, I figure, you know, it's like the roller coaster ride and the Ouija board. Remember we talked about that? You know, what a black hole. Wait a minute, the geomagnetic reversal. Yeah. Well, we're here. You know, we were here with Alaska. Man, that's a dirty guy. Yeah. Well, we're here with Alaska, and then it tilted up, and now Alaska's on top. Well, and that's what makes it paradise. Well, apparently, I don't know, is that gonna... Nah. We're too far away from the sun. And that black hole alignment, you know, you're gonna have to talk to, you know, that Hawkins guy. And see what he has to say, because, you know, that's a little out of my astrological scope of things. Webbot thing, now, you know, it's all on who interprets the data. And they got webbots listening to politicians, minions, which are basically the politicians' wives and husbands that are not directly in the limelight. And they got webbots monitoring the media. And I can tell you this right now from this little study I did, Mind Calendar is all about fear and anxiety. If you have fear and anxiety, maybe it's time you get right with the Lord. You should get right with your dog or your worst enemy. That'd be a good place to start. You know, if you don't talk to anybody that you don't like for a long, long time, you know, and you think just on the whim, just like boom, you know, give them a hug, give them a kiss. Listen, that's all I got to say tonight. It's been really, really fun. I apologize for going overboard if I did, if anybody was offended. And see you next week, America. It's been a pleasure. Dr. Subconscious. And don't forget to, you know, subscribe so we can do another video next week on Sunday. And you be part of it once a week. Okay? Peace. The night